I'm Pat Bush, and I was married to George Bush, the brother of Miriam, and her name was Miriam Titus whenever I knew her. She worked at the hospital, at the base hospital. She was an executive secretary there, had a high security rating. The head of the hospital there came to her one evening or one afternoon and said, "I think there's something you would like to see." And he took her down to the surgical suite or whatever it was in the hospital where they had brought these beings, and they took her into the room and she saw them. They wouldn't let her get close to them, but she stood by the doorway and looked at them. As she was looking at them, one of them moved its middle finger on its hand. The hand moved. So it was, whatever it was living at that time. She went home that evening, and she was excited about what she had seen, and she sat at the dinner table and told the family what she had seen and what they had told her had happened. And they were all interested and asked questions, and the next day when she came in from work, she was very somber, and she just told them, "Don't ever mention what I told you, and don't ever ask me anything about it." And she was very frightened. I felt very sorry for her because she lived a very frightened life, because they had told her not to ever speak of it again, and what the consequences would be, and she was frightened her whole life long. She passed away in this unusual way, and we started kind of looking at things and talking to people and realizing that many of the other people that were involved in it died mysterious deaths or disappearances. It was in a motel, and she was not registered at the motel under her name. It was registered under her sister's name, which is very strange, and her sister didn't know she was there. The authorities came in because it was the sister's name and address on the registration. They called her home, and then her sister had passed away. When the police came and everything, they said that it had to be a suicide, that the door was locked from inside. Like nobody could lock the door from the inside. And, it was all kind of, it just skimmed over the top of it, They didn't go into any research, try to find out anything about her. I just don't believe that she killed herself. I think somebody else did. There was something that was being covered up, and evidently something important enough that they would kill to keep it a secret.